Welcome back to another episode on the MLD Balls page. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. All right, so like I said, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the San Francisco 49ers and how this team is a team that could go back and win a Super Bowl, man. This is a team that they just re-upped Brock Purdy's contract. I don't really know how much he makes, but it ain't really my job to pocket watch. I'm not one of those fans that really care about contracts anymore. I just look at the team construction and if it's Super Bowl worthy or not. And one thing I know is Brock Purdy on this team with whatever he's getting paid right now, this is a team that could win a Super Bowl. So clearly he's worth whatever he's getting paid, right? Um, this team does got some questions though. If you haven't seen, I saw training camp video of Christian McCaffrey playing. He looked like he lost his burst. I might edit it onto here and hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I already got copyrighted for best video on this series. I lied to y'all. I'm not gonna risk that again. But Christian McCaffrey, I don't know how he's gonna come back this year. But one thing I do know for sure is that they got some pieces in the running back room that will be able to always replenish whatever's gone in San Francisco. You already know that's the 49ers job over there. This year they got Jordan James, a running back who I loved, dude. Oregon had an amazing scat back in the name of Jordan James, who had great receiving ability, great burst. He's versatile because of that, because his running capability might be even better, and he's a good receiving back. Agile. He literally reminds me of Christian McCaffrey. And maybe this is a world where the 49ers see Christian McCaffrey like needing less snaps being played and a back his type, and this is an amazing replacement. I wouldn't want to say, but like amazing compliment because in the backfield they have Isaac, so Isaac's is going to be your power back, and then you have two scat backs in Christian McCaffrey and Jordan James. When I say scat back, I don't mean like I'm just saying that's their play style. Christian McCaffrey's a superstar scat back, like he's a back that could, he's a half back, like he is a half back to the fullest extent to it, and Isaac is more of a running back. I feel like Jordan James is more of a halfback, and it's an amazing thing. I even gave him comparisons of Alvin Kamara. Both of the Cook brothers. He played like both of the Cook brothers. He played like one of those. Y'all get the type of running back I think he is, man. And to a team of George Kittle, Brock Purdy, you got Trent Williams, and a thing that the 49ers did this year that they didn't have last year is they got Andre Dillard. So, like, in games where Andre Dillard has to play because Trent Williams, who getting older, is gone, they cool. You know what I mean? Like, Brock Purdy, last year when he missed games, they was cooked. Mac Jones could come in there and play better than Trevor Lawrence, as we saw on Jacksonville last year. I ain't saying that he better than Trevor Lawrence, but, I mean, there's games where he played as well as Trevor Lawrence did on the Jaguars. So I think Mac Jones could do a similar thing for the 49ers. And this offense being coached by Kyle Shanahan, as long as they make it to the playoffs, they got a chance. This is a team that all they got to do is stay healthy enough to make the playoffs. Every year the 49ers are healthy, they make the playoffs, and they have a chance to go on a run. We know this about them. It's just, can they stay healthy? And them getting Jordan James, it makes their running back room have a better chance of being healthy because now you have two running backs that play like McCaffrey. And if McCaffrey's healthy, I mean, this is, like I said, Super Bowl team. Like, if McCaffrey's healthy, and I already think with Jordan James, they don't even need McCaffrey to be healthy. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. They don't need McCaffrey to be healthy. I think Jordan James is good enough to be like a serviceable back in the league no matter what. Like, let's say I had to give him like a Madden overall rating prediction that he'd end off this year, I'd give him like an 82 overall, and then Isaac is like whatever y'all think of him. Like Jordan James is a good NFL back. Yeah, he may have gotten drafted later, but that's because teams weren't, taking backs. I don't see any flaws in his game. So like no flaws in his game, in my opinion. Kind of shows you, he's a good player, bro. And this defense, dude, starred by Nick Bosa, man, I don't even know why I'm bringing him up first because the amount of acquisitions that this team got on the defensive side of the ball, I love the way that the 49ers went. They went straight at the D line. This is how the 49ers used to make the Super Bowl back in the day, bro, when they had the Forrest Buckner, when they had D Ford, when they had Nick Bosa. This is what the 49ers trying to do. They got Michael Williams, who's an extreme athlete out of Georgia. He got good frame, good size. He got the burst like he got like the Brian Burns, Daniel Hunter burst off the line. You know what I mean? Like he be boosting off that thing. So dude Nick Bosa, he's a violent player. Like it's a good thing, and he got a little bit of technique. It's not the best. That's why I say he got to be more consistent with it though. Like he shows times where he got the technique and he shows times where he don't. Like if Michael Williams puts it all together, Nick Bosa, it's nah, that is tough because given player comps over Nick Bosa, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, like I said, and a couple of his draft mates, such like Mike Green, uh, dude, Michael Williams, hopefully he can stay healthy, but like his size, frame, his technique, his ability to get to the quarterback, he's no slouch. At Georgia, let me see how many sacks he had last year. I'm pretty sure he missed a couple games, so like his stat number wouldn't really show you a good indication of what he does, but he had 5 sacks last year. So like I said, he missed a couple games. He played 12, but he's able to get to the quarterback. He just needed to be able to put it all together because of his consistency. But his athlete, his frame, all that, he got that already. And next to that, in the middle, they got Alfred Collins. Alfred Collins is a good run defender, a good pass rusher, and he got power. Like he's gonna be able to go in the middle of that same D line that got Michael Williams and play like defensive tackle for them, like a real strong defensive tackle like Forrest Buckner. Like this is something that the 49ers haven't had in a long time. Like he's going to force doubles, and he's very good at getting his hands in the air. Alfred Collins is just one of those like how Nick Sue would always get his hands in the air. I like that about him. Like Alfred Collins is gonna find a way to disrupt the pass rush and or really disrupt the quarterback is what I should have said. But Michael Williams, Alfred Collins, those are a couple darts, not really to uplift this team, but to uplift Nick Bosa. That's what it's all about, dude. Because you also got CJ West, who next to Alfred Collins, he's more of a run defender, like a Zerzon Newton, Daquan Jones. But like I said, he's a good run defender. I'd even give him comparisons of Justin Matabuke in Baltimore. But like you add 3 run defenders on the D line next to Nick Bosa, who are all capable of getting to the quarterback a little bit, and you just hope one of them just gets better at pass rushing majorly. Like hopefully Michael Williams, if Michael Williams can find a way to put it all together, then this is maybe the best almost defense in the league without any DBs. Without any DBs, just because how tough that front seven would be. The 49ers did really lack their D line last year, and that's something that they realized. And this was a team that was too good to be at pick 13. This is a team that was only reason they even got Michael Williams because they was hurt, y'all. Like this is a team that's supposed to be in the 20s every year in the draft as long as they got Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan. Especially if George Kittle on that team. Because like I said, we ain't really talk about George Kittle that much this video because he ain't somebody who we gotta talk about. We know who George Kittle, Trent Williams, it's really this defensive line unit that has got a major change for the Niners fans. And I'm here to tell y'all a little bit about y'all new boys. You feel me? Michael is that's the thing about him. He's kind of a project pick, but this is a project that like has a plan to it. Like Mike Hill will be all right in the NFL. He should work. Alfred Collins should work in the NFL. If anything, I'm more confident in Alfred Collins being a role player than Mike Hill. Mike Hill really like he has like star potential. You know what I mean? Or like if he doesn't work out, it's just because he ain't work out. Alfred Collins, I see him like no matter what being a defensive tackle in the NFL. Literally, like he has the power, he has the technique, he's able to stop the run. He should be able to work out in the NFL. These guys got them a new D line. Nick Bosa is going to be able to eat in. Fred Warner last year he played with like a broken hand, I believe. Like this is a team that needed a whole new front seven because they lost Hufanga, but Hufanga like will miss games. So I mean, did they miss Hufanga? Maybe, but they're missing half of him because he was only there half of the time. So you got a couple good safeties such as Jason Pinnock. He's not amazing, but as a Giants fan, I can tell you like Jason Pinnock, he's a safety, bro. He's gonna have some coverages blown, and then it's just he's a safety. Richie Grant is a safety. I remember I liked. I don't know how he's been performing recently in the NFL, but I wouldn't be shocked if he's somebody that you put on the 49ers and he could turn, he could turn up. Richie Grant got some potential. If I had to have a breakout player for the 49ers, I wouldn't hate saying Richie Grant. I remember seeing him on the Falcons a couple years ago and liking him. So him being on this team is kind of crazy to me, but haven't really kept up with him the past couple years. This D line though, proud of the 49ers for revamping it because at this current moment, Kevin Givens and Jordan Elliott are the starters. They will be losing their job. Like he had 0 sacks last year. Jordan Elliott, and I'm pretty sure he started the whole year. You ran up the middle the whole year and gave me nothing. What about Kevin Givens? 3.5, that's cool. He gave you something. But like exactly why the 49ers attacked that. They got they DBs at a scary place right now. Honestly, that's what the 49ers got to do. If this is a team that has as much going for them as I think they do on their defensive line, we know what the offense is. If they could get these rookies to have a similar role to how the 49ers and the not the 49ers, we saw 49ers fans how quickly the Rams revamped their defensive line and got help around everyone. Nick Bosa is better than Jared Verse, right? So imagine what Jared Verse is doing with all that D line help around him. Think about what Nick Bosa could do. So if you do that and get Nick Bosa a lot of help, all you got to do is trade for a DB and y'all might be the favorites. Like literally, all y'all got to do is trade for a DB and you just need someone to guard. You need someone to guard AJ Brown. That's what the 49ers need. They need someone to guard AJ Brown, and this team is almost good. Like for the Super Bowl. Like that's how I'm looking at y'all 49ers. I'm looking at how y'all match up against the Eagles. I like how y'all match up against the Lions, honestly. I like how y'all match up against everyone, but with the Eagles, I want a corner, maybe two. Maybe this 49ers team is a team that as I get done uploading this video, y'all get a veteran corner such as a Stephon Gilmore at week 1. Y'all know how it be. Like y'all get a Stephon Gilmore week 1. And then like week 8, Stephon Gilmore, y'all realize, he's still good enough to be a CB2 for a playoff run. And y'all go out and get a Jalen Ramsey. Now you got Stephon Gilmore, Jalen Ramsey. You got the best DB room in 2012, but is being carried by that D line in offense, and their veterans in the playoffs. Hopefully that's like a route the 49ers could go. But if y'all want to win a Super Bowl, that's the way. That's the way. Get some DBs. This team is clean. This team is fire. Hey, bro, this is the team that got a chance. 49ers fans, y'all let me know what y'all think. If you a fan of another team, let me know. Do you feel like I'm discrediting y'all, giving the 49ers maybe runner up as favorites in the NFC? That doesn't necessarily even mean that I think they're gonna not like win the Super Bowl. I just think as like if I were to make odds betting wise, I would make Eagles have like a negative, and the 49ers the second best all team to make a NFL Super Bowl run. Like this is a team that is cool. And when I say NFL Super Bowl run, I mean out of the NFC. Out of the NFC teams, 49ers are the team I trust the second most, man. This is a team that's legit equipped, built for that time. And last year, the only reason they weren't there was because of injuries. So we'll see what y'all could do this year. See what y'all do with the rest of the offseason, really. This is a team that the rest of the offseason matters because, like, I'm talking about the Super Bowl, Like, this is a Super Bowl team. Rest of the offseason, I'd figure out one of these cornerback positions and maybe even safety, but safety, I see what they're doing. They got depth at safety. They really just need corner, man. Just get somebody that could guard AJ Brown. And yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you haven't checked out any of my other videos yet, we 249 subscribers in, so it would be highly appreciated if you could like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about my thoughts about the 49ers. And as a 49ers fan, if you like what I said about your team and you want to hear my thoughts about other teams just to get in queue and rep for the next season of the NFL, go ahead and do that. We about to be monetized. All I need is subscribers. We got enough watch time, but the subscriber count, I don't be uploading enough, so I'm letting y'all down with that. But I've been on a roll recently. I'm doing all these teams. All 32 NFL teams will be done before the season starts. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Have a nice day and God bless.